I'm pretty sure you can piece it together, though.
We did stuff and things.
Correct.
What I currently remember is we went through the tunnel in the Black Ivory Inn.
Yes.
Met some fish people, looked up
Yes.
through a hole in the ceiling, saw a big ass robot thing, and noped out of there.
Yep.
We also, before that, we also went to the just slightly mad wizard on the outskirts of town who makes the potions. And he made an order for some eldritch lilies from the Queen's Park garden. Yeah, there's that. We found out that the Queen apparently buys delirium at a better price than the people in Emberwood. And at the end, we met one of the remainder of that unfortunate other adventuring party.
Also, we offered the crazy wizard a deal with the queen.
No, we offered to bring his proposal to the queen.
Right.
Queen that we haven't met yet.
Exactly, but we just, we bullshit our way through things.
And we're back at the mill, having just kind of talked to Felix / I don't know. We weren't super nice to him, but this is Drakkenheim. No one's nice to anyone, I guess.
Sounds like his problem, really.
Yeah. But basically, we just recognized him, asked him a couple questions about where he'd been, and he said that he had been in the inner city through the gate. I think through the gate that the hooded lanterns control, and that they had fought that robot thing that they were.
Well, fought is a lot said. They got slaughtered by it.
Yeah. That's where the rest of... So we kind of saw the rest of his party get dropped down the well by that terrifying robot monster thing. And I think our plan was to go to the place where the queen is, which is... I'm forgetting the name of it.
Black Ivory Inn.
No.
Buckle Down Row.
It's the Buckle Down. I keep thinking it's Bunkle Down, but it's not. It's Buckle Down. And yeah. And see what's going on there.
See what's what?
But yeah, right now we're still at the mill.
We were about to long rest before
oh yeah.
We said, no, you don't.
We were about to take a long rest before DM
but
was like,
didn't.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I remember saying something like that.
I'd hope so.
I believe that pretty much covers everything that you did last time. So, at the mill, you have set up camp, and the evening is going to slowly start. So, are you guys going to get some rest?
Yes.
All right.
That's what we were aiming for with a long rest.
So, fair enough. Are you all just gonna nap in the confidence that you're safe in safety in numbers or whatnot, or are you going to keep someone up for guard?
We kept watch last time, and I think there's no reason not to do that again.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a bigger group than there was last time, or is it around the same size, or is it smaller?
Around the same size, but this time it is smaller.
So it's smaller.
Yeah. It's right. No, but the reason why I'm saying that is like if I say bigger or smaller, that actually like that would incentivize like there's only 10 people or there's like 1,000 people. Like there's slightly less people than last time, but it's still like
But
there's a couple of
still,
tents.
okay. Yeah, okay. All right. That to me, I feel like we should still keep a watch. Yeah.
Chris will take first watch.
Fritz will. Or Fritz. Is it Fritz or Fitz?
Fritz.
Fritz with an R. Okay.
One of us now. He's
take a
now one
watch.
of us. He's like one of us. One of us.
I'm not gonna take a watch. I need to work on something.
Yes, you do. Yeah, I guess for once, Atoli will join in on the watch party. But he'll insist on taking the last one.
I can take the middle one, or we can make the Barlin take the middle one. Yeah, I'll take the middle one. I feel bad for making him roll when he's not here, so he can just have a nice. He can have a nice sleep. Good for him.
He's just gonna go to bed and munching on his berries. Yeah.
You know, those berries only last for 24 hours after they're cast.
They do.
They only.
He said that he has 30, and I was like, I don't want to like.
I was like,
debate
buddy,
right now, but
like they don't last that long.
I mean, I think he has been basically casting it before going to
he's been
bed
casting
every
them
evening.
every time.
So basically, all his spare spell slots, which seems reasonable.
Yeah, if he uses multiple spell slots, then it makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that he's been saying it every time he goes to bed.
Yeah, I read that as like accumulating it with
10,
one.
Yeah, if you don't, you can make 10, right?
Yeah, but if you use multiple spell slots, you can make multitude of them. But like I also interpreted it as like he made 10, and then the next day he made another 10, and that's how I interpreted it. Multiple spell slots, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know.
It's a bit of a waste to do that on berries, but then again, if you don't use the spell slots, might as well use it on something.
I mean, if they last 24 hours, might as well use up all your spell slots in the end before you go to bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Until you get attacked in the night. Anyways, speaking of which.
Great segue.
Yeah, just a what voice was that? Who wants to take first watch? Fritz. All right. So during your first watch, it'll still be light a little bit before the darkness sets in. What do you do during this time?
Nothing too exciting happened over the last day, so he doesn't have anything really to talk about with Rand. So he will do exactly that. He'll just keep watch. So
on a note, before everyone goes to rest, Nestor would have taken Tali and gone somewhat outside of the circle of people camping, so where he doesn't bother them with noises and stuff. So somewhere further out, had Tali lay flat down on the floor, and his shell straightens out to be like a workbench. And Nestor starts working on the thing we wrote about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Fritz, there is a couple of campfires going on as well as your own campfire. You do not have dark vision, right?
No, he does not.
All right. So in that case, I would like a normal perception check from you.
No, not persuasion. That'd be a lot better.
But he does have his little friend though.
That is true.
I mean, yeah, I guess they would be helping me with my watch, even though I don't think I need it with that roll. They don't have darkness either.
No, so they could help, but like that'll still we'll still go with this roll. With a 16, you're noticing something interesting about the area near Drakkenheim. Tonight is a pretty clear night, and I think this is your first time with this group that you have a moment just to yourself to just collect your thoughts and look around, because this is basically your first long rest with this group, in this state, right? Like, or have
The
you?
second
That's the second one, yeah. But the last time you didn't
was
take.
also here.
But did you
It was
take
also
watch?
here, and
No, he
he
didn't.
also took. He split a watch with Nestor, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, that's true. Okay, then I'm just gonna reword it, because still, as you are sitting here, you take a moment to just have a look around. It is a nice and clear night, for once, which doesn't happen all too much. And as you look towards Drakkenheim, as the evening sets in, you notice something peculiar. You know that the city itself is just covered in a deep haze, which during the day limits your vision, like on a like a long distance, but it isn't too obstructing, per se. But you can see this haze like from a mile around. If you go outside of the city limits, you look towards the city, you can see this sort of purpley mist hanging around the city. As you look towards the city, as the evening sets in, you notice that the mist does something strange. As it gets dark, the mist itself sort of dissipates at the ground level, but instead, the cloud level above the city gets thicker. So it almost seems as if the mist like lifts up and mingles in with the clouds during the night. This is the first time you're seeing this, and interestingly enough, it seems as if the haze on the ground level is less. It's not gone, but it's a lot less.
And he didn't see the same last night. So was it because of the general how dark and obstructed it was last night, or was it because it didn't happen?
So last night it was also raining, so it was a little bit more obstructed. This time it's just an especially clear night, so it just makes it easier to see. And with this 16, you'll be able to see that.
Okay. You'll note that down.
Okay. Other than that, nothing happens during your work.
Okay, he will wake up Elodie and go to sleep.
All right. Cool.
Elodie, what do you do during your watch? It is now dark.
It is now dark. I think I also don't have dark vision. I keep just a little bit of a fire going, like embers maybe, or just like, I don't know. Do I see fires in other camps?
Absolutely.
There's
Everyone's
still,
keeping a
okay.
campfire. Like, it's not a bonfire, but everyone's keeping a campfire going.
Okay, we'll keep the campfire going. And I'll just Nespip, are you still doing your thing over there?
I'm still further outside
Planking
from the
away?
others.
Okay.
And like
All
at
right,
this
I'll
point, I
just
would start doing my normal preparation rather than crafting.
Tink, tink, tink.
Just hear it in the distance. Tink, tink.
okay.
I can just imagine you being like, Nespip, are you? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I think I'd just be trying to just watch, I guess, stay awake. And yeah, I would not have had a long rest at this point, right?
I mean, like you've had like a little rest, and now you're taking a watch. So no, you've not had a full long rest yet.
Not had a full long rest. Okay, well, in that case, I will. I think this is probably just being like a little bit. My psychic whispers thing. I am not gonna activate it, but if I see something, then I would activate it with Nespip. Because he's all the way over there.
Right.
And we just have to be within a mile, so, and I have to be able to see him in order to activate it. So I think I can see him. Can I? let's
I'd
let's just do
imagine,
a
like,
check and see.
sure, yeah, why not make it a roll? I would imagine you can see him, but let's make the dice decide.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well then, if anything crazy happens, I will activate that power and just like whisper in your head and maybe freak you out. But let's just make a. Is it just a perception for the watch part of it?
Not yet.
Okay.
Elodie, you you're still a relatively young child, right? I mean, maybe not a child anymore, but you're
18.
still you're young, right? And you've only
Yeah.
recently gotten into your. Well, I mean, 18. To me, that is still relatively young.
Yeah,
right?
it's young to me too. I'm like really regretting picking such a young person because she's just so fucking young.
Not necessarily. I mean, because there is
She
something fun
knows
roleplay
nothing.
wise. There's something fun roleplay wise to that, which is what I'm going to lean into right now. Being
Okay.
18 is and already doing like this, going into Drakkenheim and whatnot. I mean, that might weigh heavy on you. Might weigh heavy on anyone really. But like you're so young still, and this is quite something you're undertaking. Especially the reason why you're doing this, and I'm pretty sure that the reason why you're here is something that does not leave your mind, especially when it's quiet and you have a moment of contemplation. Beside that, it is quite something what has happened to you over the last couple of, well, days. You've always had a knack for the shadows and being careful. Like that came natural to you. But your recent adaptation of skills of the psyche is something that probably has shocked you as well. You know, it again comes natural, but it's not so natural as being sneaky. Not a lot of people have this, and it is something that comes natural. You use it, you know, exceptionally well. But if you have a moment of contemplation, I think it makes sense that you consider this and think about what has happened to you and why this is happening to you. Ellie, make me an Arcana check, please.
Ooh, not
Interesting.
something I have proficiency in. And I roll not great. 9.
Okay. As you're thinking about this, suddenly a couple of images flash through your mind. You think of your brother, and you think of your brother quite often, but you can see him clear as day in front of you. The only thing that weirds you out for a moment is the fact that you don't see him as you remember him, but rather you see him afraid in a situation that you haven't seen him before. You see him sitting down on a bit of damp hay, and he's looking around. And all of a sudden, you see him looking into your eyes and saying, Elodie. And as quickly as that image comes in your mind, it dissipates again, giving you, unfortunately, no clue as to why you just experienced this. Probably just more questions.
Mm,
Other than that, nothing else
oh,
happens during your watch.
that wasn't like it was just like a weird vision thing. It wasn't like I was asleep or something.
No, you're currently having watch, so it wasn't a dream. This just happened.
Okay. And did I see a full room or was it like shadows around?
It was mostly shadows around. The one thing that you could make out is the fact that he was sitting on some damp hay. So he was sitting on a ground or floor
Right.
with some damp hay that he was sitting in. It was unmistakably your brother, but not your brother like 5 years ago. This looked a lot more current.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's creepy. Uh okay. And then my watch is pretty much done.
And now his
At that
watch is
point,
over. Yes.
nothing else happens. Okay.
And now
all
his watch has
right.
ended.
That's the one. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna just wake Atoli up and be like, okay, your turn. um, and go to bed.
All right. Atoli, your final watch for today. So at the end of your watch, it'll become light again, but right now it is still dark, but you have your dark vision. What do you do during your watch?
He'll let the fire and the embers die out, and once the light from the campsite is gone, he'll venture out a little bit from the camp, and skulking
Cool.
around at a distance, listening in on other camps as well.
All right. I'd like you to make me your private roll already, since you've had your long rest right
Okay.
now.
I'm nervous now.
Yes, you should be.
As a quick note,
Okay.
during the last watch, Nesbit would have gone back to the camp and also gone to rest.
Yeah. So the metal banging has ended. Atoli, I think you two have a moment of contemplation. The last few days have been not necessarily taking a toll on you because you've had worse, but they have pulled at your emotional strings, the whole palette of it, good and bad. This city has always been a bit of a stain on your life, even more so in its current state. It was perhaps pure luck, maybe it was an intervention of the gods or anything in between that made you find this group of individuals that you're currently hanging out with. And for better or for worse, it seems to be working out for you right now. You've had some mixed emotions over the last couple of days, but today, I kind of feel that things are turning around for the better. You hope, at least. As you're thinking about all this, you were also walking up to like a couple of the other camps to listen in, right?
Mm-hmm. Like,
is there anything specifically that you're listening for?
No, just general like sounds, sleeping, talking about some hushed secrets, or generally just what's going on in the camps. Are they worried about something? Is somebody wounded, or
I like that.
is there a current threat in the general area that they're in? Because like survival is paramount constantly. That's something that doesn't.
To give you, I'd be tempted to do a survival check for that, but no, give me a perception check.
Oh, damn. So close.
13. Okay. I think you listen into a couple of the campsites, and most of them are silent or you hear some snoring. Most people are using the night to sleep, obviously. A couple of them do have a couple of people on watch. And you will hear some hushed conversations. Most of it isn't too special. Things about losing a friend, things about finding some delirium, the usual. There's one that catches your ear. As you walk past a couple of the tents, you hear, I don't know what their dwarves are doing over there, but apparently they said they struck the mother lode or something. Maybe we should pay him a visit at some point.
Let's see. I'll hang around for just a little bit longer to see if you can discern any kind of general direction of where this dwarf is supposed to be.
If you hang around a little longer, you will hear that it definitely sounds like this is something to do in Drakkenheim. As to where, they don't mention a place.
As the light starts creeping back over the night sky, he'll start slowly venturing back to camp, so not to be caught out when the light, when people who can't see in the night actually, can see him.
Makes sense. As you come back to your camp and wait around a little while longer, the light of day will break. And as it does, another day around Drakkenheim will start. And all of you can take your long rest. And you're fine, Nesbit.
How far would I've gotten with the project?
So you've spent two-thirds of your long rest, which would be two-thirds of 8, so like around 5 to 6 hours somewhere.
I think I would have spent only 1/3 because I'm doing 1/3 is my preparation for the next day.
Yep.
And the another one would have been a watch, but I was doing the ring instead.
Okay, fair
That's what I
enough.
did.
I would say, because I actually have a friend of mine who is a jewelsmith. If you have everything in place, making a ring in 2 hours is not impossible, depending on how much effort you put into it. So I'll leave it up to you whether or not you finished it already, or if it's almost finished.
I think it probably needs some still some doing, because I also didn't have any jeweler's tools, so I made them up on the spot as well with right tool for the job.
Okay.
So
he's a perfectionist.
Everything okay over there, Christian?
Maybe.
Looked like something fell down.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Everything okay?
I was about to turn my fan on, but then it decided to say, "No, I'm free."
Oh! A fan no longer. All right.
That's better.
So it is another day. Another day to go into Drakkenheim or not, to just leave and do your own thing for the rest of your life. But that's probably not going to happen. What are you guys going to do today?
Well, one thing will be different today, and that is when the rest of them wake up, Atoli will already be up, and he will be slightly smiling.
What's wrong with you?
Almost
What
kind of
happened?
weirded out by that. Yeah.
It's the right question.
That's almost more. That's more suspicious than a grumpy Atoli.
I'm tempted to go, who are you and what have you done to Atoli, but Fritz doesn't know him well enough yet.
Yeah, I'd just be like, how's the day? How's your watch?
Uneventful. So I suppose
Cool.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing. I had a weird thing happen in my watch. Not anything here, but something in my head. I don't know. It's probably just
has been a couple of stressful days, so that's, normal, I suppose.
Could be.
I've seen something quite peculiar in the sky above Drakkenheim, and that might be useful to us. It seemed like in the night the haze mostly lifted above the city, so the streets should be clearer. So that's something to keep in mind if we want to go into the inner city. Perhaps we should do that at night.
It
Interesting.
would be easier to be sneaky at night, but also a lot of us don't have dark vision, so.
What do we know of things that happen in Drakkenheim at night? Like, is it well known that it's more dangerous? Is there different kinds of monsters that comes to the surface, or?
There's some general knowledge, but beyond that, give me a history check to see if you have heard anything about this. Okay. Drakkenheim is a dangerous city day and night. It doesn't really matter when you go into the city. You'll risk your life every single time you go in there. I mean, that is just plain and simple. However, there is a con to traveling in Drakkenheim at night, which is actually what Elodie just pointed out. It's hard to see, and if you run into something dangerous that you can only see when you actually run into it, that might expedite your issue a little quicker. Beyond that, I don't think you've heard of anything dangerous that stalks the streets at night, but I'm pretty sure that with your background in magic, you know that there are creatures of the night. Whether or not they reside in Drakkenheim, you don't know.
Saying we definitely will have to go into that Queen's Park at some point, and we won't have a potion for that yet.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you're saying that going in there at night would be a way to avoid some of the more thicker haze that
At least
maybe.
that what it appeared to me this night. Maybe it was something unrelated to the time of day.
Yeah.
Like an aurora?
Maybe that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's clear every second Thursday.
The haze keeps a
I'm,
schedule.
I'm pretty sure that at that point I can turn that down, like, unknowing that he's being sarcastic. It's like, no, I haven't seen anything like that.
You're the expert here.
Well then, what's our plan for the day?
I guess go to Buckle Down Row.
He'll take a
And
deep
how do you...
take a deep breath and get up, stand up, and start packing his things.
And how do you people usually cross the river? I have my ways, but it's not quite applicable to everyone here.
We don't talk about that loudly here.
I see.
I'll just be like, let's get a little farther out before we talk about it. And we can pack up, I guess, and start
All right.
heading towards
What's the ferryman?
the city.
Oh, you will wait. We had to get over to the other side of the river, right?
If you want to go to Buckledon Road, then I would
Yeah,
advise
because
you
that
to do
was
that.
18.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all the way over there. And we are all the way up here. Oh my god. Okay, this might... Can we do it in one day? I mean...
Easily.
Yeah.
You can cross the city from one side to the other. Like this is not New York, so this is it's a city,
Oh,
but
okay,
it's
okay.
yeah. So the only thing that will slow you down is how quickly you travel through the city. If you travel through the city at a quick pace, you'll be there just after the afternoon. But it means that you're basically keeping the pace and taking the most straight route. If
And
you
we're
take the
not
back alleys and go a little slower, that
as
slows you
sneaky.
down.
Yeah, I just want to be
Um,
as... I don't want anything to see me.
But still, if
Um,
you would take a slower approach, it is still doable to reach that, say, at the end of the afternoon.
At the end of the afternoon?
Yeah. So you'd still have a couple of hours over there before you have to leave the city or find another way to spend the night.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it's just about 10 kilometers if we go the roundabout way, so that's not terribly much.
According to this ruler, it's only 200 feet.
Oh, I cast Dimension Door.
Yeah, there you go. Bibbidi bobbidi boop,
Only
the
word
party
that
was
easy.
there.
I feel like always we would probably go around the outskirts and then to the ferryman. Like the route I'm just about painted in.
Yeah. I'm good with that route.
Sure. If
Yeah.
everyone else wants to travel like that, then you can. Traveling on the outskirts of Drakkenheim will... there is still a chance of running into something, but it's very minimal. So whoever is leading the pack right now, I would like a survival check with advantage.
I think I still got that one covered. +7 survival.
Yes, please.
Boom.
Yeah, you're fine. Unless you're scared of dead grass, you don't run into anything that is worth noting. Even the dead grass isn't worth noting. I don't know why I said that. With that, you will reach the area of Temple Road, and you will cross through this bit of the city, basically to get to the ferryman. That part you're going to have to do through some streets. Are you going to do that like cautiously, or are you going to move quick? What do you do?
Yeah, hood up, hugging any non-fleshy walls, and peeking around corners.
Yes, for sure.
I
Being
created a
sneaky
core
as
memory
possible.
there.
I totally will remember
Really?
this.
Yes.
All right. Let's make a counter roll to that. You're fine. You're going to make it all the way to the ferryman, who indeed is still on this side of the river.
Oh, okay.
All these precautions you guys are taking seem really a bit excessive.
Remind me again, Fritz, what were you doing in the middle of the street with that Hulk walking down on you?
First of all, I was absolutely fine. And second of all, that was my own stupidity.
Latola kind of smile and be like, that's funny, because I remember the first words I heard of your voice was fuck, 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 fuck.
I believe this is a natural reaction to seeing something of that persuasion.
And to that, Latola will kind of lift his hood and like look at Fritz for the first time ever, as well as be like, oh, really?
I will remember that.
He'll kind of laugh a little bit again and then, hide himself back in the cowl of his hood. And then start descending down to the ferryman.
As you descend into the boat, the ferryman is still sitting there basically as you left him. And he is sitting there. As soon as you touch the boat, he will extend one bony hand towards you and just say,
And the toll will be paid of 1 gold.
You pay a gold? Sure.
Yep.
Felix, you
Is it
gotta pay
1 gold
too.
per person, or is it?
It's per person.
Okay.
No one has said that. Sure.
Wait, it's not per person?
I don't know where you guys got that it's a gold, but it's fine.
He was happy the last time I did it, so I'm just gonna keep
That
it
is
up.
true.
Okay, if he's gonna start moving after he gives him 1 gold, I'm not gonna give him anything.
No, he's still like, as you all get into the boat, he gives 1 gold for himself, so he reacts like, he's still having his hand extended.
In that case,
Okay.
Fritz also follows along and drops a gold in his paw.
Right?
Well.
Right? Navarro does too.
I'll drop. I'll drop 1 silver.
Right? As you put the silver in his hand, that's the last one, he says, and he puts the coins in a little pouch and he grabs the oars and starts rowing you to the other side of the river.
But I'm pretty sure we did an a history check on this when we first met him. If I remembered anything about this guy from the first time around, what his rates were back then.
Correct, and with that in mind, the ferry prices were indeed back then indeed a gold. You're not wrong.
Cool.
To be honest, Fritz doesn't have any pockets change.
I was about to say, what's 1 gold for what the money we're carrying around right now anyway?
Don't jinx it.
Fair. Sorry, go on.
A large shark comes up.
Row, row, row your boat.
While traveling up over the river, Nespip would continue to try to mend the boat and basically start hot rodding the boat.
I love it. What modifications are you going to add to it? Like, are you just fixing it, or like, are you
flames on the side?
The modifications?
I mentioned for now it's still just fixing it because there's probably a lot of, like from last time, still a lot of it's damaged. It was there for a long time and it's half human, so it probably needs some fixing. For now,
you have to paint it red so it goes faster.
I love the Warhammer references.
All right. The boat is slightly more fixed, and Styx doesn't mind you doing that. Coming to the other side of the river, he shores up the boat, and all of you can exit it on the other side. You're back at the area of the spokes.
And we continue our journey.
This is perhaps one of the more unusual methods of locomotion I have experienced.
Right, you did mention something. How did you get across the river?
You'll see soon enough. I have my ways.
Obviously, your little pixie couldn't carry you.
Fizzle is a lot stronger than she looks.
That just makes me worried. Either she's a lot stronger or you're just weaker.
Both are terrifying. All right. From here, how do you travel?
We follow the route that was drawn out before, which I believe went down here and then like through here.
And then back up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. For that entire area, because you're sticking to the outside of the city, which is definitely smart. It'll take you a little longer, but you'll still be able to do this within today. Give me another normal survival check.
Wow. Don't even get to roll my.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't know.
You're traveling around, sticking to the outside of the city. And at some point, you do have to reconvene with the city itself. I imagine that'll be roughly around this area over here where you'll start to enter the city again to get to Buckle Down Row. As you're walking towards that, this area of the spokes is like the middle class of the lower class, if you will. Drakkenheim had a very clear lower class and upper class. Upper class was all in the inner city. Like if you had money, you lived in the inner city. But there were a couple of exceptions. On the outside areas, there are a couple of places where rich people lived, like Green Manor, where you just were with a crazy wizard. That's an area of people that are relatively rich. But the area around Buckle Down Row, a couple of streets away from that, also was relatively wealthy. It was middle class of the lower class, right?
It was the party
Buckle Down Row.
place. It was
Buckle Down Row itself was the there's two venues of entertainment in Drakkenheim. You have the theater ward, which is basically where all the theaters and opera houses were. That's in the inner city. That's for the upper class entertainment. If you want to have a night out on the town and drink until you can't see your hand in front of your face, that'll be Buckle Down Row. That is the place to go if you want to have a good drink. Used to be, at least. But rumor has it that Buckle Down Row nowadays still is somewhat in operation. As you get closer to Buckle Down Row, you're weaving through a couple more streets. And as you do, you will come upon a rather interesting street. And for that, I quickly need to put something down. Give me 1 second.
One Umber Hawk. Two Umber Hawk.
Exactly. With the count. There it is.
And we're in Blackreach. Or whatever that fucking underground place is called in Skyrim.
Alright, I remember. I think I know what I'm talking about.
It's just whenever you go into a dungeon or a cave or something, and you're in Blackreach, or the fucking place.
There we are. As you walk through another street, all of a sudden you come upon a corner where a couple of more classy houses are established. The buildings themselves look relatively intact, so the meteor didn't hit them all too much. The meteor hit rather close here. It's still in the inner city, but it hit rather close here. Most of the debris that went flying from there kind of missed this area, so it flew over. A lot of the houses over here are damaged by neglect rather than just being hit by meteor residue.
Except,
let me put you guys down.
what is that?
As you are, let me also remove your concentration.
What's I concentrating on?
True strike.
Oh yeah, right.
Tali, there we are. We'll probably have this last one.
Gosh, we're a big party.
It's a lot of tokens.
The animals.
All right, time to become a necromancer.
Yeah, maybe.
As you walk into this street, you see that there is a very small park or pond area. Something that lower class definitely wouldn't have in their neighborhood, but this neighborhood apparently has, with a small wooden walkway across some water. The water doesn't look too good. What you're noticing immediately is that there are two figures that are sort of floating around on the wooden walkway that goes across the water. Both of them look like soldiers, but there's something weird about them. Both of them kind of walk around a little aimlessly, and as they take a couple of steps, all of a sudden they walk normal, and after 2 or 3 steps, you see them sort of displacing themselves right where they're standing, and all of a sudden have like completely turned around to 180 degrees and then walk back. It's a really bizarre sight.
So you mean like they just changed their limb configuration, or
It kind of looks like they take a couple of normal steps and then in place, 5 or 6 copies of them sort of like interchangeably did something else in that place, and then they morph back together into one person again. It's like 5 different recordings were played all at the same time that did something slightly different.
so basically how the blur spell looks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they look like they're facing away from us, or are they just like pacing around, or
They're
like?
aimlessly walking around over there.
And I guess we need to get to up here.
It's a straight shot from here.
I mean, it's only 2. I think we can take them.
Don't look particularly intimidating.
Yeah,
But at this point, give me a moment, and Fritz will gesture to Fizzle, and Fizzle will turn invisible. Is it? And fly a little higher.
Yep.
As far as the haze will let her, and
I'd say 20 feet. That's a safe maximum.
Okay. And she will just quickly scout through the area to see if there are any more surprises waiting for us.
As she flies forward, give me a from her stats. Give me a perception check.
That should... She's better than Fritz at it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Other than the two creatures that you see over there, Fizzle hears something. She will hear a woman crying.
Can she locate the direction?
Roughly the house next to you, but it's hard to discern where it's exactly coming from. It sounds like it's from somewhere inside.
Okay, she will quickly also check out this street just to make sure there's nothing there.
There is just misty haze over there, but beyond that, I don't think Fizzle sees anything.
Okay, so there's nothing about this crater that's stands out.
If you're looking for danger, no, but you will see that there is a delirium chip sticking out there.
I was just specifying she was looking for something interesting, but okay.
In that case, like that qualifies as interesting. I would say so. Yeah, there's a delirium chip there.
Okay, in that case, she will return and Fritz will go. Okay, I haven't seen any other of those or any other creatures. There is some delirium on the street over there, and I heard some woman cry, but I'm not too sure about where that came from.
Elodie, you're sneaky enough, right?
I'm just gonna sneak right here. Is this a gate or is it a door?
Where?
this right here?
That is a door.
Is it solid then?
Yeah, but it's hanging by its hinges. Like this building has like this
Yeah.
building is crumbled, so you can get through if you want.
Not gonna do that. I am just gonna dart. I just wanted to know if it was like still gonna block if something was over here, like if I could.
Yeah, I mean it is still closed, but barely.
Okay, I'm gonna try to sneak over here.
As
and
you
just
do,
peek.
you two start hearing like a woman who is crying. It's very faint.
Okay. Does it seem like it's coming
From this direction? Yes.
from which direction? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, from this direction.
Wait, that one. Okay.
Oh, over here?
Mhm.
Okay.
But to your right.
Okay. I look back. Establish a I hate that I can only do 2 people. It's so annoying. Wish we could just have walkie-talkies for everybody. Um,
Phrasing?
I will my psychic whispers thing. It's all I can only do it with up to equal to my proficiency bonus, which I think is still 2.
It is.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to Atoli and Fritz and just kind of gesture everybody else to just be quiet. And
Goldie's gonna hunker down and get stealthy too.
and I'm just going to say in both of their minds, which can they talk to each other? That's the other question. I think they can only talk to me.
Only to you. Yeah, it's not a triangle talk.
Yeah. That would be nice. Okay, I'm just gonna say there's a woman crying, and I think it's from this direction, and I point the way that it's coming from over here. I'm gonna try to, okay. So there's a tree here.
Yes.
But we can still see them. Like, how big is this tree?
As big as you see it.
As big as I see it. Okay.
You can usually look past
probably...
trees.
Yeah, I know. But like, if I darted really quickly over here, over to this spot,
yeah.
I'm just wondering if this guy would see me. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna dart right here, this little corner, real quickly. Try to be stealthy.
If you quickly put your head around the corner to see if they have seen you, they are still walking around aimlessly as they were.
Okay. Then I listen. Is the sound louder?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I think at this point, like you're a little closer now. It sounds like sometimes by a voice you can tell how old someone is to a degree, right? Like it's like, oh, this person is 24. Like no, but you can hear it like as a child or this sounds older, like an older lady.
Okay. An older lady.
Yeah.
And
I can't hear anything from over here.
They're just making a racket. They're not
a racket.
saying
No,
any
not a racket.
words,
No, it's just a silent, like a wail almost, like a.
Is that? I was about to ask that. Is it crying or is it wailing?
It's crying with a wailing tone, but definitely crying.
Okay.
God damn it, woman! Pull yourself together.
I'm gonna communicate to Fritz and Atoli that it's louder over here. Also, what is this? Is this
in the ground? You notice that there is a delirium chip sticking out.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, you do notice that the hole around it is a lot larger. Apparently, some debris came down here.
But why leave it chipped then?
Good question.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it.
Don't worry about that. Nespip gonna do that.
Yeah, I'll sneak this way. Stay in, and then I will.
Yes.
Well, I was going to see what this wall looks like. Are there windows? Is there a door? I guess the door is over here, right? Into the
Yeah, but
house.
there would be a door over here as well because this is part of like a larger structure.
Okay.
This is just like the roof has broken off of this part. As you
Okay,
walk
so I
around the
would have.
corner,
Yeah, I guess I did walk around the corner, didn't I? Okay.
you walk
Yes.
around the corner, you see in the corner of this room, hunched down with her face turned away, an old lady cowering in a corner and crying.
Which corner?
She's
This
sitting
corner?
she's sitting right
Oh,
over there.
right there. Okay.
And as you stop and look in her general direction and basically visually make contact with the fact that she's sitting there, you don't even have to make a sound. The fact that you're looking at her, she slowly turns around. And as she looks at you, she says, "They've taken my babies. I need a new one."
No, 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 no,
Who put in who put in the
Oh, no.
witch? Who put in the witch from Left 4 Dead? What the fuck?
And she points a hand towards you. Let's roll for initiative.
Well, I mean, she is the youngest among us anyway, so
Yeah.
can we just opt to give her up?
Right.
That's not a question to me.
Sacrifice situation.
Question: have these guys been triggered then?
They will not have been triggered for the combat yet. I'll not roll them yet.
Okay.
Who rolled our beautiful one? Is that you, Fritz?
Yes.
I will add. I will roll the Barlin as well.
Oh god.
God damn it! What are those rolls?
Those
It's just
are trash
Nothing.
rolls.
Like everything below a 12, like below a 13. That's wow.
Did it
Yeah.
did it not
We're-
take me into initiative?
it
Nope,
I
it
don't think
didn't.
it.
No. What did you roll?
Man. An 18.
Yeah, I see that.
18. Allow me to manually add you in. There you are. And let's change that. Oh, let's change that number for you. You said 18, right?
18, yeah.
Yes, sir. There you are. And Tali back. All right, then that is our turn. Nespip, you can start.
Did we hear anything about it? Like with that?
LD, would you have
Oh.
screamed at this? Because this is freaking. This is creepy.
I
Well-
think I would have told Fritz and Atoli, but I didn't put.
I think
indicate
the
too
only
much
thing
of
that
it.
we would probably have gotten is like a oh shit in our mind before
I mean,
something.
Yeah, and I think I would have gasped really loudly. I think I would have been like, like I don't think I would have screamed because
Also, Fizzle.
because I was
Fizzle
so
has been
tense.
following you,
Yeah, fair. So
I was
Fizzle will see this. Yeah.
and through her eyes also, Fritz. So he would definitely look very agitated.
Yeah.
So
I think so you can react as if like with knowledge that something is going on.
okay, then I would probably seeing the shocked faces, Nespip would ride on Tali into battle.
Mhm.
So
Come my seed.
that should be the 10 feet, and I then
Hey ho, silver, no bronze. And
Could you go through this door, or is that
if you
not
want to
an option?
bust through that, you totally can. It's off its hinges.
oh okay. Then
It's an easy break.
measures on. Is that new? That it measures the path I've taken.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
relatively new.
Okay. Then just ignore the round trip, so that's 20 feet to here, and then scooting around the corner, it's another like 5 feet.
Yeah.
Right.
25 feet.
Nespip is gonna use his movement to dismount,
Mhm.
and while dismounting, take a strike at the. Does he strike? Does he do something else? 1 second. Yeah, he's just gonna strike with his warhammer.
Okay. That'll be a 22, and that hits.
So that's 10 damage.
Your Warhammer is non-magical, is it?
It has an infusion.
But an infusion is rendered magical. So how much was that? It's 11 points of damage. That'll hit.
10. The 11 is for.
Oh, yeah. Noted.
Okay, then as a bonus action, I'm gonna command Tali to take a hit.
Mhm.
Where is he? There is he. Oof, okay.
And that'll miss.
And we're just gonna stand there.
All right. With that, we are with Elodie.
Okay. I technically can have a sneak attack, right? We're gonna tell Nespip to duck. And just
I don't think he has to. Like he's
yeah, we're gonna throw these psychic blades over his head.
Yeah.
Just don't hit a 1.
And
throw it into the back of his head. It's like,
I was looking. It is a magic. It says it's magic blade, so it's
Yes.
a magical weapon.
That counts as a magic attack.
Yeah.
Just
what kind of? It's
insane.
force damage, right?
No, it's
psychic.
Oh wait, is it?
I think it's psychic.
It's psychic.
Psychic damage. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, psionic. Yeah.
This is psychic blade.
right.
Anyway, we're gonna try to attack.
Let's go.
Okay, dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And we'll do this. Okay, it's not just that much. How much is it on here? 13? Yes.
Yeah.
13 plus yours. Is that including the sneak attack? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that is including the sneak attack.
All right,
most
and
of
that
is the
counts
sneak
as
attack.
psychic damage, so that hurts, making this creature bloodied.
Okay. Bonus attack. Another
goopy.
blade. Bonus action. Another blade.
Yep.
And
This creature like these don't bleed.
yeah.
They goop.
Oh, just such good 21 this time.
That hits.
Somebody's on fire.
And this one does not have the sneak attack with it.
No.
Because I only get one with that per turn. Or per round or something like that. So 5.
That's still good damage.
Do you add your dex to your bonus action attack or no? I'm not sure if that's a special thing of the psychic blades.
It says it does here. Let me.
I mean, I know with normal 2-weapon fighting you don't add unless you have some feature that allows you to, but I think psychic blades are special, aren't they?
Yeah, they're based on dex. I mean, you can base them on dex or on strength.
Yeah, no, I just mean
deals...
with normal 2-weapon fighting, you'd never add your modifier to the damage of your offhand attack. But I don't think that counts as offhand.
No, you're right. But psychic blades, they do. It is indeed a 1d6 plus your dex.
Says it has a normal range of 60 feet and no long range, which is insane. So it actually doesn't. Anyway, and on a hit, it deals psychic damage equal to 1d6 plus the ability modifier you use for the attack roll.
And you did dex instead of strength, so that makes sense. Yeah. Good call, though. Like, normally that doesn't apply.
Yeah, but it's a special thing.
Yeah, let me just make sure it's... I don't know. Yeah, it says it on D&D Beyond, but...
that's correct.
You attack with the blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second psychic blade or bonus action as a bonus action on the same turn. Provided your other hand is free to create it. The damage die of this bonus attack is 1d4. And it just says that it's 1d4. It doesn't say that.
But it says the ability swap modifier before.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
All right.
it does
Anything
both,
else?
which is cool. I'm cool with it. Anything else movement wise? I am going to back up. Try to go over here.
You can.
Elodie,
Yeah,
you got my
'cause,
back, right?
you got my
I
background, Elodie.
I will, but I need to not be right there.
I think I dropped my keys over here.
You have a better armor class than I do. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Nib Barlin, who at this point will also understand what is going on. What? Yeah, I believe he gets his turn. Right? Yeah, just want to make sure. Oh, he's not going to make that. Then he is going to stand here. Use his bow. Yes. I don't want to crit my own creatures, damn it.
Damn.
Why not? Why not? Crits are not here.
Okay. Well, there you go then.
Whoa!
Fucking max damage.
I mean, it would have been, yeah, that's... Why not? Why the fuck not?
The creature
It
gets
just
hit.
knew. It just knew it was crunchy crit, so
Yeah,
hold up.
automatically maxed out.
Let me ask this. What happens?
Yeah. So usually this should be more than enough to kill this creature. However, as these two arrows sail through this creature, it sort of like pops out of existence, like it sort of like dissipates in smoke, and then sticks together again. But it's holding on very badly.
It's one of those undead things, maybe.
Which Nabarlan is like, that's creepy. Guys, anyone else got an idea? And with that, totally your turn.
I can't see the thing from here, can I?
No, it's behind a wall.
Yeah. What about the two things at the pond? Do they look like they've been startled, or they're hearing something, or?
So the attacks right now haven't been that loud, so no explosions or whatever. So they are still wandering over there aimlessly.
Can't really do anything from this location.
You could talk to me if you wanted to.
Yo, what's up? How you doing? How's your day?
How you doing?
Or just say,
you good?
I'm on my way, or I'm not on my way. Or,
sounds like you got this under control.
Something tactical.
No, I think he'll maintain his low position for now, knowing that he's completely opposite of where everything is, and then just move forward behind these crates here to get a bit of a vantage point in case the two others should be alerted to this fight. And then, yeah, just wait it out for now.
All right. The Warp Witch, still clinging on to what mess of a life she has.
And we all
still pointing.
Okay, I thought I was the dark brooding one. Like, what the fuck?
She's almost dead. Like, so.
Yeah, but he just goes like, "Aren't we all just clinging on?" It's like, what the fuck, man?
She's still pointing in Elodie's direction.
No.
And
you can still see me behind the wall.
She can still see you. Yeah. And
she has range stuff.
She actually flies through the wall. You can make an attack of opportunity.
For Tali, right?
Wait for an S-pip.
Wait, she technically didn't leave his reach.
No, but like you're behind a wall, so you can both use one.
Okay, so Nesvip is gonna take a hit first.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
12, that'll miss.
And then Tali.
Come on. Yes, Tali.
Hey, that'll hit.
And that's force damage.
Nice. With that, she actually
Gets stuck in
dissipates
the
again.
wall.
Vroomf, and pulls together again, but she looks like she's half of what she was.
Okay.
And she floats towards Elodie. And as she does, she points one finger forward and she touches you right in the chest.
Mm,
I
Not
want you
again.
to make me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. Actually, that is +1. But I'm just making sure I don't have anything.
Is that what I
No.
think it is?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, 16.
Okay. As she touches you, you do not become possessed. You resist.
Fucking knew it.
Good.
I knew it.
Okay.
You resist her possession. And instead, her hand bops back and she dissipates.
No damage?
No damage to you. No, you resisted it. But she
Oh,
does.
I was. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
With this,
Okay.
combat is effectively done unless you want to do something about the two guys over there in the same track. If not, then your combat is done right now.
Wait, she dies?
Yeah, she just dissolves. She's gone.
She. I don't trust it. What?
You rejected her.
Oh, okay. So she would have possessed me and lived, and that was the only way she would have lived because she was down
That
to
is
0?
her only chance.
Yep.
And if she's in the
Okay.
round that she's dying, she has an option to possess. If she cannot possess, she dies. This
Well,
is a
that
really cool
is.
creature if you manage to do this, but if not, then
I'm
yeah,
very
it's
glad
over.
I rolled what I rolled.
Mhm.
Or else you guys would be in hot water. Okay, I'm just like, wow, that was not that hard.
So, what should we do about the other guys?
Oh. Okay. I don't know. Have they Can we make a I guess from right here I can kind of see what they're doing over there. Can I make a perception check or something?
To see like what they're
Kind
actually
of.
doing. You don't have to roll for that because I already told you they're still basically doing the same thing. They're just wandering, like almost as
They're
if
not okay, so they're not coming
they're
this
looking
way.
for
They're not
quarters.
looking for what?
Looking for quarters. They're just looking at the ground, walking around, not doing anything.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so I think we are not in initiative order right now because it's not an active encounter, and it seems like we need to discuss what we do.
Then it's fine. Then I indeed will end the encounter here for now.
And using the link that Elodie established, Fritz will just ask her, should we just take them out and continue on our way, or what do you think?
That hold please. Let me talk to a Tolly. I
This is
will
a Tolly.
do you
You've
have
reached
an
the
easy way?
automatic.
Oh my god, I hate you. Do you
I am
have
not
an
here right
easy
now.
way of getting of knocking these guys out?
Knocking them out, no,
From
but I can possibly try and restrain them.
Okay. And then I could throw some blades at them. Sure, why not? Let's get them. And I say that back to Fritz.
Okay.
It's on your count, I guess.
In that case, Fritz also prepares something.
From behind the crates there, he'll fish out the little clump of cobweb that he picked up earlier at the mill, and start like channeling a little bit of a spell, and cast it in that direction right there.
My gut feeling says that you're casting web.
Yes. So you need to make a DC 11 Dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. That is for the one in the top left corner. Dexterity, you said, right?
Yep.
That is a 17 for the one in the top left. For the one in the bottom, that is a 6.
So he ends up restrained. He's not restrained, but the entire area is still what's it called? Like tricky territory or something.
Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. That's the one. Jesus Christ! And I'm on a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 anyway, so like I don't even remember that.
Aren't.
And we all know the godly combination of using weapon and setting it on fire, right? Like that's favorite sorcerer combo ever. All right. With that, they will visibly react to the fact that you've done this. So roll for initiative.
All right.
Make another encounter. Here you are.
Oh, you do have to select your person. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
I don't want to roll again. I got a 20.
I got a
Not so sure.
16.
I'll add you in. Like, no worries. Like, if you rolled that, then I can also just manually add you in.
Oh.
It's no issue.
But I don't see the carousel at all.
If the carousel doesn't show up for you,
Click on it
you can
again.
click. Yeah, you can click the little carousel icon. It should open up for you.
Okay.
Every once in a while, when it closes and it opens up again, then it doesn't want to open up for everyone. Fritz, you had a 21. It's basically the same. And there you are. You had a how much?
16.
16. That one requires editing. 16. There we are. Alrighty. You know the drill. Nesbit, your turn.
I would assume it was somewhat coordinated, so Nesbit would start running out, or he would have, while talking, mounted Tali again, and no.
Was it verbally communicated? It was all just between Fritz, Atoli, and Elodie over the link.
That is a fair point.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, guys?
Well, you would have noticed them get hit by webs.
I don't see anything.
Maybe. Oh, you don't see anything?
Like,
communication people.
I'm just standing there. Not knowing what's going on, I'm just standing there, waiting to see something happen. That's my turn.
Elodie.
Okay. I would use some words to say, hey, we're attacking them. And then
hey, we're doing a thing.
We're gonna attack them. And then I will move forward 15 feet. And bonus action hide, I guess. Which one was
bonus
the
action hide?
This one. Yeah, bonus action hide.
You can. Make me a stealth roll to see if you succeed.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 15?
Yeah, easily.
Okay, good. That was an 8 on the die. I just have really good bonus to stealth. Okay.
You might be a rogue.
I might be. Okay. So we're going to do the psychic blade on this guy because I think I'm within 60 feet.
If it's on the guy that's restrained, I think you have advantage against restrained.
Yes.
Oh, did I already have advantage? I didn't even need to hide.
No.
Well, I already did it.
But you might want to step in front of the wall.
Just mental visual, like you're running up to this wall. Okay. You can't see me.
Oh, this is a wall here too, isn't it?
You're standing behind a little wall over there, but like one step to the side, it's open, so you can attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But there's also a wall here.
Yeah.
But that's like a park wall, so that's a small one. You can throw over that. Yeah.
Throw over that? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I'm not being dumb here. Do I already have advantage on it then? Right?
You do because it is restrained.
Yeah.
So you can roll with advantage.
Okay, so 23.
Good, that hits.
I was like, I don't think a 13 is gonna do it. And then it automatically gets that sneak attack. So
that is 14? A total of 14. Yes, it is bleeding.
Okay, 14. And then I'll use the rest of my movement to just kind of duck back behind here. I can't really hide, but I'll just duck. Can't technically hide, but yes.
A technical hit. I mean, you're behind a wall, so like you're out of vision. All right. I imagine that's all.
Yep, because I used my bonus action to hide, and I didn't even need to. So that is all I'm doing.
The two creatures that are both standing in the web right now both turn towards the attacks. And as they notice that the webbing happened all around them, the one that is webbed actually looks towards you, Otoli. And all of a sudden, instead of one creature, you see within a split second, all around him, about 120 versions that are all trying to escape from the webbing. And you see them all happening at the same time. And all of a sudden, that just pops loose and flies towards you as it teleports. That effectively breaks it free of its constraint. And as it flies right past you, it tries to claw its way right through you.
I duck and roll.
This is not fire. It's not a drill. Does a 18 hit you?
Yep.
All right. Then you take 6 points of piercing damage plus 7 points of psychic damage from the teleport. For a total of 13.
Ow.
And it looks at you menacingly because that's what it does. Fritz.
Okay, his original plan did not work out, so he will first command Fizzle to get over here, and as a bonus action, he commands her to attack this one with her short bow. And since she's invisible, she would have advantage on that attack.
That is correct.
Advantage. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's an amazing 1 magical piercing damage.
But
they also need to make a DC 15 con save.
No, that is a con save, right? That is a hefty plus 0. That's a 5.
Oh, wait. If the saving
That's
throw
more.
result is 5 or lower, the poison creature target falls unconscious for the duration.
Unconscious even. Holy shit. Okay.
Remind me to thank Fizzle later.
And Fizzle becomes visible.
Bob.
Okay. It's unconscious. Wait, unconscious is... I always confuse all the incapacitated conditions.
Unconscious is... Yeah, but you mean in terms of if you have advantage and whatnot?
Yeah, it's auto crit if within 5 feet, so there's that.
Yeah.
So Fritz will approach the creature then and just at point blank range Eldritch Blast it. And
Fair.
he also has advantage because it's unconscious, and if he
Yep.
hits, it's an auto crit.
It's a crit.
Don't you have disadvantage also
Nope,
because
because I'm no longer threatened by it because it's unconscious.
That is
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Where is it? Eldritch Blast.
I love Eldritch Blast.
Yes. Oof.
That'll
19.
hit. You got a crit.
Okay. So there's this plus 10.
Okay, so 18
damage.
points. You smear this alleyway with whatever remains of this creature. It's just
You're welcome. And he steps away. That's turn.
love it. Perfect.
Hmm.
All right, Tony, your turn.
Well, motherfuckers can teleport, and he's clutching his the side a little bit, like that fucking stone, you know. Turn the attention back on the other one and start conjuring up a chaos bolt.
Yes.
13.
That'll hit.
Thank God for that. And then we rolled up. We got 6 or 4, so that is either force or poison. Let's go with force. So 16 force damage.
You give them a full blast, and they are bloodied.
And then step in the alleyway past the goop and gore.
Alrighty.
Hmm.
The displaced creature can no longer see you, so he will turn his attention to. Let's see what he can see when he can reach. Yeah, that was what I was aiming for, Felix.
But I'm exactly behind the tree. I'm exactly behind the tree.
That is true, though. And so that is true. So he can't see you because it needs to have a direct line of sight. He can't see anyone. Wow. In that case, it will move difficult terrain. So 15, it can only move here. That's the best it can do. Yep. That's Pip.
Isn't Nabaling missing in the initiative?
You're right. I
He
didn't add him in.
was.
The Barlin is a cowering shit that forgot to roll.
He's in chat right now, so
Ooh.
just saying.
All right, there he is. Let's see.
Nabarlin says hi, by the way.
Oh.
Hi back.
Hi back, yes. Technically, the creature would still be here before it moved. Nabarlin will walk over here and use its arrow. That's the best he can do for now.
Use his arrow.
But
I'll
there's
use
the
his bow.
tree.
This. I'll walk over here. Like, he'll still have the movement for that. Fair enough. That'll be a normal attack.
That hits.
I swear I'm not influencing these
rolling
dice.
so well.
Can we replace Nabarlin now with You've been rolling like first it was a crit and then it what happens?
It kills it.
He kills it.
Come on,
the arrow flies over, and as this creature just is like, oh, icky, and it like tries to walk through this webbing, it takes one step and looks forward, and the arrow just flies towards its head, and it displays its head to the side, like, haha, and the arrow just like flies over there and still hits him in the head. It dies, and with that, the streets are relatively clean.
Nesta rushes out, looks around. What happened?
Totally comes out from the alleyway, kind of like clutching that side a little bit, clearly bleeding.
Seeing that, Nesper is gonna slap one of the tar bandages
Oh, God.
on you. There. So 10 healing.
Oh, shit. Awesome. He'll grunt like a disgruntled thanks to that.
It burns a
You
bit.
know, I mean, it burns and it's tar. It's not exactly.
I mean, there's probably also chunks in there. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not making it better
Yes.
right now.
Like sand or something.
Pulp.
You're not making it better.
Hey, it's not bleeding anymore.
No, true. That fix it up. Thank you, friend.
No problem.
So this is this delirium everyone's been talking about.
Yeah, don't touch it.
With a bare hand. Or skin. It fuses with your body.
Exciting.
Looking at the
No.
crater, like
Yep.
what happened? Why is there just a single shard in there?
So that is a very good question, and you definitely notice that the shard or the chip that is in there is a lot smaller than the crater, which would lead you to believe that something bigger landed over here. Whether or not that's been taken away already by someone, or if that was just a fragment of stone and just this chip of like delirium came along with it, like it's hard to tell. But whatever made this crater is gone, and just the chip remains.
Chip are the fingernail sized ones,
They're
right?
the small ones, yeah, the 10 gold ones.
I mean, if you guys are okay with it, I can remove it from the crater.
Up to you.
Is it embedded in like the stone, or is it just laying there?
It is embedded in the mud, so with like a little bit of wiggling, you'll get it loose. Like it's not like hard attached to something.
Yeah, then while still wearing gloves, I'm gonna take it out and put it next to. I think I have still some others.
Sure, you'll have another chip.
But where's the dip? Anyway.
I don't know if you want to make delirium dip.
Sounds crunchy. While they're fiddling with that chip over there, I totally would like figure out why they were wandering over here, two of them. If there's anything discernible about the pond or the general little area over here.
For one, I mean, you don't see a lot of ponds in Drakkenheim. There is the river, of course, and like the more luxurious places will have some sort of like an open air water, but there's not a lot of it available here and there. If you look at the water itself, make me an Arcana check.
12.
The water itself has a subtle glow to it. It kind of reminds you of what you saw on the Dran River, where the water itself is just like sort of like showing signs of delirium contamination. This water is nasty, and you should not drink it unless you have a very good reason to. As to why these creatures will be drawn over here, it's hard to say.
He'll take a walk around the banks of the whole thing, like generally peering into the water.
Doesn't seem like there's anything in the water itself. This is just contamination either from the haze or through the very soil. It's hard to say.
And is there anything about special about the tree or the bridge itself?
The bridge itself is neglected and basically in shambles. It's still there, but barely. As for the park itself, the only thing that's still growing over here is like a bit of a bramble. Other than that, all the plants and the tree are completely dead.
And nothing about the debris here in the center?
It's just some debris that's floating in the water.
Okay. He's got a feeling about this place, but he'll exit the park looking over his shoulder. Like, there's something about that.
I mean, the only thing I don't understand is they have that little lake pond thing, And they built a bridge across it?
Yeah,
Why?
that's kind of what I'm getting at as well. It's like there's something. Perhaps you should check it out. You're a builder, smith kind of person thing.
Can I see any reason why they would do that besides some architect student?
I mean, it is a weird kind
Wow.
of it is a weird kind of design, like a tiny pond with an L-shaped bridge.
I
Someone
think
needed a
with your
project for his
yeah,
graduation.
I think for your expertise, you look at this and you conclude that this is my first civil engineering practice kind of.
This is Hello World encoding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. See, this is where players start pissing off at GM when we start thinking that there's something completely interesting about.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it, because sometimes there is something like that. You know my maps.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yes,
down
but-
there was a doll. Really down there.
Oh, actually, hold on a minute.
Yes.
The guy that's lying dead right there.
Yeah.
Can I push him into the water with
Sure.
my feet?
You're gonna touch him?
Sure.
Oh no, with your feet. Okay.
It'll it's not too deep, but he'll submerge. So if you push him a little bit, it'll be like. Yeah.
He sinks and nothing happens to him, or
Not immediately, no.
can I see any visible changes in the water? Like, does anything react to the fact that there's now something in the water?
You see a couple of bubbles coming up, indicating that he still has some air in his lungs, which makes sense.
That's it.
For now, yeah.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
Know thy players, my friend.
Fine, I'll take a long rest right fucking here.
I mean, if you do.
Lisbeth, come
No,
over
but
here. It was one.
In all fairness, like, do you take like a couple of minutes to have a look at this, or do you just
I mean,
submerge,
yeah,
have a look, and then
Atoli is definitely interested in what's up with the water. So after pushing him in, like, I think he'll like crouch down and like study what's going on down there for at least a couple of minutes while the rest of the party kind of like gasps, "Oh, hey, look, delirium."
sure. Let's go to that first, and then come back to you.
Atoli's now dead.
Maybe.
Hey, look, delirium.
I can see the future.
It's like a breadcrumb trail. Oh, look, another chip. Oh, another one.
Oh, piece of candy. Oh,
Candy.
Piece of candy.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
And suddenly Atoli just looks up and nobody is there.
Hey, guys.
If we ever need a new party name, it's going to be James Woods something, you know?
Oh, piece of candy.
All right, so you walk over to the other crater. It looks similar to the other one, like not in shape, of course. Like these shapes are obviously not similar, but same kind of deal. The crater is a lot larger than the chip that is inside, and whatever might have been in there is no longer there.
I'm gonna grab the other chip then.
Sure. It is indeed also like embedded in the mud. You can just wiggle it free, and you'll have it.
It's almost like somebody used it as bait.
Probably not.
Nah, who would do that in Drakkenheim, right?
It's fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Are there any other craters in vicinity?
No, these are visibly the only two that you can see. I tell you, as you have taken a couple of minutes and probably at this point decide, like, whatever, I tried. You turn around and you hear in the water a bubble.
Like a larger bubble, a different kind of bubble, like a...
And then another couple, and all of a sudden,
the
body that you just pushed into the water.
Hold on a minute,
Yep.
because once the bubbles, like if they start intensifying, he will start backing off to a safe location where he can like peek around a corner and see what's happening instead.
Sure. A couple of bubbles will rise, and all of a sudden, where you pushed his body into the water, a body rises again. It kind of resembles the one that you just pushed in, but it looks a lot more purple infused. It's like almost like radiating this purpley mess. It's definitely the creature that you just killed, but it looks a lot more dead right now. I'm not going to give you another encounter because it's just the one. If you just decide to off him right here and there, then it's fine.
Yeah,
if you want to leave him there, then that's fine too.
Yeah, seeing that, he'll definitely like before it crawls out of the water, he'll do a firebolt straight to its face.
Sure, you'll hit him, and even before he can get like his bearings and whatnot, he'll just fall back into the water.
Interesting.
And 2 minutes later.
We spend the next 3 hours here killing this.
I'm totally standing there. I bet I could market this.
For people with a bad day.
We build a tent around this. Come see the guy that doesn't die.
All right. Is Buckle Down Road this way or this way?
I mean, hold on a minute, because he is having a pretty good day. So he would probably wait around for another 5 minutes or however long it took, and then grab Elodie from around the corner and be like, hey, watch this.
Oh my
Unfortunately, nothing happens anymore.
Ah,
it's
damn.
a one-time process. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Nothing's there.
Yeah, well, there was, he kind of came up again, and yeah. I mean, we tried with the other guy. If you want to...
No.
No? Okay.
Let's go.
Fine.
We messed around enough over here.
All right.
I appreciate the good mood, though.
From here, you walk towards the north, and after a couple more blocks, you'll hit what seems to be Buckle Down Row. You're pretty sure because there's life here. Normal life.
We find normal.
And before we get there, let's take a 5-minute break so I can set that scene up for you and
Yeah.
grab a drink, and then we can go and play.
Sounds good.
Okay. See you in a bit.
All right. Chat, short break. We'll be back shortly.
Absolutely. I didn't expect to ever get the
Get that
unconscious
note.
effect from her because it's like a DC 5 that's like on a con save.
Oh yeah, like I mean, of course, it's like nettable. Just like I mean, one of the roles that I've done, I never actually expected to get either, which was in terms of like Atoli's actual, personality.
Ah.
But I ended up getting that, and I actually also ended up succeeding the whole thing. So. But yeah, when you get that role where you're just thinking like this was never supposed to happen.
I imagine just like a toothpick flying to that monster and it dropping.
And he's just like looking at it like, what the fuck?
Hitting the right nerve, like a total key moment.
This poison is illegal in all of Faerun.
Oh, yeah. The shit that we have pulled off already.
I mean, that is what makes D&D, right?
Oh, dude. As I said, like I'm just doing a story run through through Baldur's Gate 3 right now because I still haven't completed it.
Okay.
And I'm like 30
You
hours.
never finished the game yet?
I never finished it.
Okay.
I picked it up. I was super happy about it, and then school kicked in, streaming kicked in, and I was just like, oh shit. So,
it is an investment game. Yeah.
I mean, I'm 30 hours in on my current playthrough, right? And I just killed Gortash, and like there's like so many puzzle pieces, just kind of like click, 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 and I'm just like, huh. Well,
so you're now on your way to Baldur's Gate itself?
No, I am in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, okay, so you're in Act 3. Okay, yeah. Have you just entered Act 3, or have you already explored?
No, as I said, like I explored pretty much all of the lower city.
Okay, you seen the circus?
Yeah, the doppelgangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No spoilers, please. I also haven't completed it yet.
Okay, yeah. I won't say. There's one thing which is not a spoiler, but more like a hint. There is a very telltale genie creature.
Yep.
Yeah. Consider doing something with him. It's so worth it.
I know what you're talking about, and I didn't. But yeah, no, like there's so many puzzle pieces about the game that just click, 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 click when you get to Act 3. Like it's actually disgusting.
Also, I will say, like, of all the endings, like I loved the playthrough that I enjoyed the most was with my paladin, just the good playthrough, because it just feels the most natural playthrough. But I've done good, bad, the haunted one as well, because you have to. The haunted one playthrough. Do you guys know a little bit about it? I won't spoil, but
I mean, you know my background for this character.
Yeah. So I will say, as the haunted one, there's basically something that is eating away at you, and you're not sure what. And you learn through the campaign, you learn what that is. But you start off as inherently evil.
Yep.
That seeps right into the ending. And if you actually give into something somewhere along the line, you get an ending that is so fucking creepy. It's like watching a movie. It's popcorn. Like you're watching that. Like holy shit, that is so.
Yeah,
wrong.
no, I'm doing a Dark Urge next. Like once I'm done here, 'cause, like I want to see it from the other perspective, as well. Because I'm playing a warlock right now, but I'm decent. I'm not good, but I'm not bad either. I mean, I pretty much slaughtered all the guards in in Baldur's Gate right now, anyway. So, but yeah, oh my god.
Yeah, the bad decisions around the squirrel. That's another one that immediately like kicked me into gear. I was like, oh, this game goes there. Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing that surprised me like a ton. Like speak with animals and detect thoughts is like,
it's huge. Yeah,
it's huge.
As it should be, honestly. Like they do exaggerate it a little bit. Like I do say that's something like speak with animals is such an underrated spell in most D&D campaigns. I love using it. The only thing that Baldur's Gate, it's a little liberal with some of the spells, you might have noticed, and one of them is speak with animals. They're not philosophers just because they can talk to you. They're still animals.
Oh, yeah.
So talking to a bunny is like, yeah. So like there was a lot of grass, and then there was a guy with a very big thing, and now the grass is a little shorter, and I don't know why. That's what you get out of a bunny.
I talked to an ox, and it was like, this is good hay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when you don't use speak with animals on that one. Moo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. I don't know what I expected.
It's good stuff. Good stuff.
All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome. As you follow down this street, all of a sudden you notice that there are a couple of barricades that are on the street itself, sort of like trying to block a mass traffic. And you see a couple of buildings in front of you, and there's life around it, on the streets and above the streets, on the rooftops of the buildings in front of you. Let's go to Buckle Down Row. As you approach Buckle Down Row, you see exactly that. There are a whole bunch of taverns, or what seems to be taverns. And the street is alive, which is weird, right in the middle of Drakkenheim. You've been in the city a couple of times now. The place is deserted, and if it isn't, what you run into is not pleasant. This is the first time that you see signs of life, and quite a bit of it too. The buildings over here are busy. People are walking in and out. There's laughter, there's cheering, there is a bit of fighting here and there. On the rooftops, you notice that there are several cloaked figures that are looking down. You notice they're sporting crossbows. And the second you look up to see what they are, you notice that they have already seen you. They're not aiming their crossbows at you per se, but you notice they're keeping an eye on you. It is otherwise busy on the streets. I think you count anywhere between 50 to 150 people all around. It is a motley combination of a lot of different races too, but the two most predominant ones are humans and bugbears. For those of you that don't know bugbears, they're not bugs and they're not bears either. They're sort of like orcs with hair. That's kind of what they look like. Just for the idea, that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Between them and humans, that is the thing you'll see the most around these streets. But you do see the odd gnome and dwarf and whatnot walking about as well. All of you will not necessarily stand out if not for the fact that you're sporting a metallic tortoise and a dragon-ish creature. But beyond that, you can blend in pretty easily.
What's the situation on the hazier?
The haze is still definitely here. It isn't different from a street ago. I just visually removed it a little bit because there's a lot going on here, but the haze is still the same as it was a street ago.
In the immediate areas, anybody look like they're affected by it? Like some minor mutations or anything of the sort? Like,
if you would be looking for something like, if you would be looking for someone that has mutations, what are you looking for? Tentacles?
Not exactly like a purple vein running through the head, or like any like shifting eye colors, or like immediate things that show that like these people have probably been around here for a while. If they're running shops and taverns, then I imagine not everybody wants to leave.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Like there are a couple of people that just look strange, but that could also just be a choice of what they look like. You see a person that has a face full of scars. It doesn't necessarily look artistic, but it also doesn't look like it was made through war. So maybe this is something that is self-afflicted. It's hard to tell. You see a couple of ruffians in leather armor that walk past that have like a mohawk, which is completely purple. It's hard to say if that was by choice or not. It looks terrible. But if that's a mutation, it's another question entirely.
Man, what kind of purple mohawk mutation?
Wow.
Are there any signs at the buildings of what they are, or something like that?
I think from where you're standing
Yeah.
right now, you will see two signs actually. One you cannot read just yet, which is a little bit further up the street over here. But the other one you will be able to see is over here. It is a rather large sign with pretty lettering, actually. It's old, though, but you can read it. It says Sneaky McGee's.
Okay.
Okay. And then this giant tree in the middle of the road. Are people just walking around it, or
Yep, people just hop
like
over it.
they just hop over it? Okay. That's
People
fine.
don't seem to care that the tree is there. It is blocking everyone's
Yeah, how big is it?
path.
Is it like
You can
like
hop over it. Like it's not too big. It's just it's an inconvenience. You couldn't get a cart past here. It's an
right,
inconvenience. But
yeah.
then again, nobody feels inclined to remove this because they didn't do this.
And there is no place where this tree was uprooted from. It's just here.
Oh no. There's a place where it was uprooted from. It's on the corner over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
sorry,
like there's any
over there.
turf or something. It just looks like it's all stone.
There's a bit of like there's a dark spot behind it.
I see.
This is the dirt. um yeah, that is weird.
Any indication that it was used as a defensive measure?
The fact that you consider that might be an answer to your question. It's hard to say whether or not it is done deliberately because it's just a tree that's fallen over. But then again, it is conveniently blocking the street. If someone were to bring a carriage in, it's going to be hard to get it through the street.
Yeah, okay. Um well, should we just kind of check stuff out, or should we go into the first place that we can read the sign of?
I think
Well,
I would.
we're looking for Mel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Black Ivory Inn.
No, the Black Ivory Inn is the one with the tunnel.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I think.
we don't have a name of a place here, I don't think. We just know that it's Buckle Down Row. We don't have a name
I
of an
was. I
establishment.
would just suggest look at every store, and the most like ramshackle and low life store, he's probably in there.
Yeah, good idea.
As you walk a little closer to the tree, you also see like the building over here also has a sign. It is definitely a lot less calligraphic, the letters, but you can make it out because you're close. It says the Sweaty Bugbear.
That explains so
Okay.
much.
And there is a sweaty bugbear outside of it.
You say that out loud?
No,
Damn it.
my head.
it.
Definitely in my head. Just gonna scramble over this log here.
Sure.
Yep.
Does this building have a name?
Yeah, and it has an interesting sign. It is a wooden sign, and it has a whole bunch of padlocks like linked at the bottom of the sign. The sign itself says the Padlock Tavern.
Bit on the nose. um,
I mean, bandits are known to be the most, you know,
Creative.
creative. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I mean, I prefer Sneaky McGee's. Can I like what? Can I just like look in a window real quick, just like as I'm passing, just not too long of a look, but like just kind of.
The windows are
See.
grimy, but you can definitely look inside. And if you do, you'll see that there is a bit of a dining room over there. And you'll notice that there are a couple of people sitting there drinking and talking. You can't really hear the conversation, but there's a conversation going there.
Okay. Well, there's people in Sneaky McGee's. Um,
Do they look sneaky?
Are you looking inside as
yeah.
well?
Sure.
Okay. Give me
Yeah,
a
you're-
perception check.
And this is where he's going to tell me, yeah, they look sneaky.
You'd be surprised at the joke I'm going to make. Because with your 17, they don't look they don't look sneaky. They look snaky.
Wait,
They don't have any scales or whatever, mind you. But the gentleman in the black robe has a necklace around its neck with the shape of a snake. And
Is
I'm
that
telling you
a-
that because that is something you would notice because you're a Huanti.
is that something I can recognize? Like, do I recognize the symbol or the way it's shaped, or?
Not like it's something from somewhere, someplace, but it is definitely a snake made of silver. So
Someone has a snake necklace. Go attack them.
that's something you didn't expect.
It was
Wearing
not.
people as jewelry. Um,
I totally will remember this place.
Mhm.
Wonder if I can make him worship me.
Fritz, as you are walking up the road a little bit more, you will see the final two names of the buildings here, as they have signs hanging outside as well. The one on the left has a very old vintage sign with vintage lettering, and it says the Old Imperial Public House. The one directly across from it, on the other side of the street, says Smee's Palace.
And on the other side of the buildings, there doesn't seem to be anything more.
Now that you're walking there are a couple of people standing in the alleyway. Some of them are just larking about. Some of them are walking. Some of them are talking. There'll be a bugbear that'll like walk into you and be like, "Watch out, small one."
oh, I called you small one. That's kind of nice. I thought he was gonna say like a name or something.
I mean, in comparison,
Chris
he is a
just
small
looks
one.
at him with narrow eyes, but doesn't do anything else for now.
Burn this place!
Now everyone must die.
So we don't see any house with a sign saying Queensman. Good to know.
Yeah.
With flashy lights that go like in a pattern around it.
Come
Queensmen
see
apply
a
here.
queen. She's right here. The only thing that does catch is maybe a palace. It's a queen in a palace.
I mean, if
probably
we
not that
stand around waiting for a little bit, can we see any other patrons that look or wear any kind of identifiable Queensman's sashes or bandanas or anything?
So remind your good old DM what the insignia / the attire of the Queensman is.
Fuck me.
They don't have, as far as I remember, they don't have a fixed one. It's just a loose group of basically
Yep.
different bands and something.
But I was
that is-
running with a band
Yeah.
that was with the Queensmen as well. But
Were
I
they-
don't remember what they were wearing.
So they definitely told you that they were running with the Queensmen. And as far as their attire goes, they were wearing leather jackets. And that's it. I think if you spend a couple of minutes looking around here, what you will notice is that there are different creatures, well, different, mostly humans, but different creatures walking around here that all do hang to certain styles. The purple mohawk is something you'll see more often, quite a few times actually. It almost seems like a fashion item over here. Somewhere else, you'll see another person walking past with a silver snake around their neck.
Another one.
And another one, yes. And in another place, you will see a bandit walking past that looks like almost like a musketeer, if you will, like definitely like leather, but leather with a beautiful hat with a feather in it and a rose printed on it. That's another thing that you see a couple of times. So while there isn't a definitive Queensman attire per se, you definitely notice that there are styles here that people adhere to.
And where are they? Are they all going into the same place, or are they going to head into different places?
Different places. Like, it's busy here.
Okay.
I knew that thing was coming.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Oh, that's from our other campaign. I like that.
Should we ask someone? Should we just head to the tavern?
Which one?
The one with tavern written on it?
Yeah, Nathali's gonna walk up to the door and open it.
Okay.
To the padlocked tavern and poke his head in.
It's locked with a padlock. No.
Wouldn't that be funny, right? All right.
Ollie.
Let me open it up a little bit. Give me 1 second. Because there is quite a bit going on in the Padlock Tavern, actually. So, as you open up the door, you notice that the walls over here are indeed also covered in padlocks in varying shapes and sizes. Basically, someone took all the padlocks that they ran into on their search through Drakkenheim and brought them here to slaver the walls with them. You notice around the room, there's a bunch of round tables, and although the building is about 2 stories tall, there is no upstairs, save for a very small balcony and a spiral staircase going up to it. You notice that on that small balcony, there is what seems to be a man sitting there in an animal fur coat, sporting a large purple mohawk. The tavern itself seems to be filled with leather clad bandits, with spike studded armor and chains hanging from all over their gear. There's a lot of hollering, and it seems a fight is breaking out every couple of minutes somewhere in this place. There's a small corner where a bar is with a shelf of various bottles of alcohol spanning both stories from floor to ceiling. A long, rickety ladder transcends the shelves on a wheeled system so it can slide back and forth across the many types of alcohol. And 3 goblins are currently working the bar. One is on the ladder, the other one is below and catching the various bottles and tossing them around, and one is making the drinks and sliding them down the bar to whoever catches them. It doesn't seem like people are asking questions. The goblins just seem to make whatever mix of booze suits them at that moment, and they just toss it down the bar to whoever catches it. Occasionally, a glass slides off the bar and smashes onto the wall, to which everyone in the tavern hollers and cheers. It's complete chaos inside.
He'll sigh and walk out again. That's not his clientele.
Okay, I guess let's try another one.
I'm thinking either the sneaky one or the public house over here.
Yeah, I'm thinking the public house too. You wanna hit this one?
As you walk towards the door, you notice that there's 2 bugbears standing guard here, and both of them are eyeing you suspiciously, but they don't say a word.
He won't make eye contact with the one he's standing closest to. But instead just like to ask, Blackjack Mel?
Who's asking?
The one who procured the recent items for him.
Dunno. Memory a little foggy.
He'll pull out 2 gold pieces. I hold them in open hand. Information, and they're yours.
Memory's starting to get a little better.
I can also go look myself.
It's fading again. Must be the haze.
Must be. Unfortunate. He'll close the fist and puck at the gold pieces again and start opening the door.
Okay. The bugbear will remember that. As
Yeah,
you
let's go.
open the door, you see a totally different place. The old imperial house, yes, indeed. This building is definitely larger than the one that you just walked into. This long and large building still stands almost entirely intact, and it seems in a pretty good condition compared to all the other buildings or, well, things around. It is a blue painted on the outside, and it still holds up, only moderate chipping can be seen. On the inside, you can see beautifully carved tables and chairs and an ornately carved maple bar that stretches down the length of the house with a massive wall of wines and spirits behind it. There's a raised section to the bar up a few small steps where it seems a bit of a gang is sitting. You notice that around the place there are a couple of heavily clad armed folk in the bar. They're all talking. The barman that is currently cleaning a glass seems otherworldly. Everyone in here seems to be human apart from you and apart from the barman. There's something draconic around him.
Would Fritz recognize him as a Dragonborn?
Absolutely.
But to the natives, he just looks very alien.
Yeah. Dragonborns are one in a million in this land. They do exist, but you never see them.
Tolly will walk up to the bar and put a gold piece on the countertop. Looking for
Hang on.
Blackjack Mill.
You should also be seeing this side because it's elevated. There is a little door there, but it isn't elevated, like a little plank that goes up.
Ah, okay.
And you'll be able to see a couple of people sitting there. There you go.
Ew.
Shit.
The barman is cleaning a glass and looking at you as you approach. What did you say?
Looking for Blackjack Mill.
Seems that everyone is looking for Blackjack Mill nowadays.
Apparently he's got a lot of work going out.
Only fair. Being the hand of the queen makes for an interesting person. So are you just here for Mel, or are you signing up?
Depending on the offer, the counter offer he's about to make.
What counter offer?
Well, we've already executed quite a bit of work for him. If he's about to sign us up with a good bonus or something, then, you know.
He lets out like a draconic laughter. Oh, your first time to buckle down row, isn't it?
He won't lie to that and just nod.
My boy, Blackjack isn't in the Imperial Public House today. He's probably hanging out in one of the others, if he's even around. I did see him today, but I'm not sure where he is. Probably in one of the others.
Does he
As for the signing
here, or?
He sometimes comes in here. Does like to go to the padlock a lot, but he's everywhere. It's what you get with being the hand of the queen.
Fair enough. He'll slide the gold coin across to him anyway, for the information.
As for the signing up, most of the people that come to Buckledon Row come here for one thing, other than drinking. They come for the fighting pits.
I'm not here for fighting purposes.
Oh, it's a good bit of fun. There's a lot of money to be made, too.
There's plenty of fighting going around in Drakkenheim these days anyway.
A smart adventurer. There's not a lot of those around anymore.
Clutch his side a little bit. It's like this, the pain from earlier, just thinking about like, ow, damn.
Drip one drop of the blood on the ground.
Shit, sorry.
A smart adventure. Oh, never mind.
Speaking from experience, you are.
So, can I get you anything?
Not today. Not if Mel isn't here. We're looking to cash in. Appreciate the
Yes.
information, though. I'm sure we'll be back again. This establishment seems more agreeing with me, at least.
It's fair. It's fair. Well, if you ever need a drink, we're the best place in town. And if you want to sign up for the fighting pits, you come see me. I can help you out.
And your name?
My name is Israel.
Rare to see your kind.
There were so many more like me, and now it's just me, it seems. Just another person in another place in another time.
I totally will nod at that and back off.
Just as a note, is there, like in the previous tavern on the street or in this one, is there something like a blackboard? Like just some general, information gathering place?
Like a message board or something?
Message board, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Is this an open door or is it like not a main entrance?
It's not a main entrance, but it is a door, so you can open it.
I'm gonna try to
Or
open it.
can you? Dun dun dun.
Go just kind of sneak out this way.
If you look outside, there's like a half stone wall, and there is a leather-clad gentleman over there picking his fingernails with a dagger.
It's your dad.
Hey. It's not your dad. Hey.
Hi. What is this back here anyway?
Huh? Oh.
A little courtyard area? Are we trying to be fancy here?
You knew, huh?
A little.
Tell you what, he says, and he hops off the little stone wall and like sticks the knife back into his sheath. You're like a smart gal. I mean, you are if you could get the bug on our arm without killing yourself. You could take a peek in our treasure room over here if you want to. You know, like what we're capable of. You gotta answer me.
Room?
Yeah. Gotta keep it somewhere.
Do not enter someone's van when he's offering you gold.
It's a random person on the street, right?
What do you want? You said there was some kind of riddle or something?
Well, as I said, you're a smart gal. If you can answer a riddle for me, prove that you're really smart, we can take a peek in our treasure room, see what we're capable of. You know, maybe that'll persuade you to, maybe do the odd job for us. You look like the kind of girl that might be able to do something for us.
Sure. What's your riddle? DM looks up the riddle.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I got a really good one, but I had to grab it like how I had to word it exactly. Little lady, the poor have it, the rich need it, and it will kill you if you eat it.
The poor have it, the rich need it. It will kill you if you eat it?
Mm-hmm.
I know that one, but I absolutely don't remember
You know,
it.
I'm sitting here thinking as well. It's like, hold on a minute.
Is it nothing?
He looks at you and he says, well, you are bright. Well done. Indeed. He hops back
Wait,
up
is
on the
that
wall.
actually it? I'm
That's
kind of
actually the
excited.
answer. Yeah. He hops back up on the wall and he says, "Go ahead and take a peek. Don't take anything. It's ours. I'll know if you did."
Atoli appears in like the doorway behind her, just leaning against it and waiting for her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take a step forward and take a peek in the door, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just open it.
As you open the door, a foul stench accosts you, and it makes you borderline throw up as you just opened the latrines.
Yeah. I felt
Behind
real
you,
smart
as
for
you
solving a riddle, but yeah, there's no way they were gonna keep their treasure out back. My God.
as you heave and like basically double back from this place, you see the man on the half-stone wall bellowing laughter and says, "Not that bright, though."
Fuck you.
I totally can't help
All
but
right.
smile at her when she comes back again as well. It's like, never trust thieves.
I solved your fucking riddle though, didn't I? Go back.
Yeah.
As they walk in through the door, he'd be like, I'd have pushed him down from that, you know.
I don't want to get my head chopped off.
Nice job on the riddle, though. All right.
As you walk back in, all of a sudden you'll hear a feminine voice above the crowd here. You there?
Totally will turn around. He won't
look.
look. Okay. He'll still turn around, but he won't look up.
Behind the bar is an elevated area where there is like a little seating room for a couple of seemingly unscrupulous people. One of them is a female with beautiful red hair. And she stands up from where she's sitting and she points at you. I'd like to talk to you for a second, if I can spare a moment of your time.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want any of us to come along? He whispers to Elodie.
Yeah, just stay there. I can.
Yeah, you'll do
I didn't roll the. Yeah,
you'll do
I
the
didn't roll
mind
the.
thing.
Didn't roll a d6, so but it's still going. It's at least 1 hour. Let me roll that right now, just so. That's what I forgot to do. My little whispers thing. Where did it even go? Oh, is it under features? Oh, just 1 hour. Okay, we have a little bit more time.
Fair enough.
Like, hey, shush for a second. Let me do this. And I will approach the door, open it, and walk in.
It's more like a little like fence thingy to just fence off the upper area.
Okay, so I'll just.
A chair is offered for you at the table, and she motions to sit down.
Cool, I'll do that.
Welcome. First time in Buckle Down Row, I think. Never seen you before.
Yeah.
My name is Rose Carver. And you are?
Elodie.
Elodie. Last name?
Why do I always
Ash.
think that I'm going to be able to think of a different name faster than my character would think of a different name? Ash. I just say Ash.
Interesting. You ran into Ed, didn't you? Outside. I can hear him laugh. He pulls his trick on everyone that's new.
Yeah.
Gas at a riddle, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had it right.
Yeah.
Smart.
Nothing.
Smart. Elodie, tell me, if you walk down the street and further down the street, you'd see a couple of dangerous people that are coming towards you, and you know a fight is potentially inevitable, what would be your style? Would you confront them, accost them? Would you hide away and then stab them in the back? Or would you just avoid the fight altogether?
They've already seen me?
Let's say they haven't.
I would avoid the fight altogether.
Okay.
No need to
What about
spill
if you
blood if it hasn't been
what
spilled.
what about if these people might have something to do with the disappearance of, say, a family member?
Oh, that's awfully specific.
I don't like how specific you are.
Why not? It's just an example.
Did she have any look of recognition when I said Ash at all?
Give me a perception check to see if you see that, but that is a very small chance. You can roll
Is
for
it
it.
perception or would it be insight?
It's fair enough. Do it insight, because this is like a tell that you're looking for.
I have a better bonus on perception, but I will do insight because I think it's more of an insight thing.
Natural 20. Remember never to give grace rolls for something like this.
Yes. Tell me where my fucking brother is.
Jesus Christ.
As you say the name Ash, for a split second, you'll see her eyes do this.
Okay, that's something.
You're so lucky to get
Fuck, that is insane.
Okay. You said that they have noticed me.
They haven't noticed you,
They
but you
haven't
know
noticed
that
me.
these people might have information about, say, a lost family member or something. Is your life more valuable, and do you just sneak around? Do you stab them in the back, or do you accost them from the front?
I would follow them sneakily.
Option D. All right. The people down there, friends of yours, working together with them?
They're all right
Okay. But you work together with them,
for now.
making decent money?
I mean,
It's
is
plan
anybody
C.
really making decent money in Drakkenheim these days?
That depends on who you're hanging around with. See, money is just money unless you put it to good use. Money buys information. Money buys weapons. Money buys freedom. Money buys a lot. You are the kind of girl that can make a lot of money. You're probably very busy, so go along with your friends. Like, don't dally too long. But if you're ever looking for a gang to join, make a decent bit of money, you're the type of person that we like. We're not the brute force kind of people that, attack people in the streets. We're a bit more secretive and careful. You're the type of person that might be able to help us with certain jobs. Just remember, if you ever look for another job, ask for Rose. Now go. They're probably waiting for you.
For Rose? What the? Okay.
I've got a question I probably should have asked sooner. The
Yep.
people who attacked Nespip's home, there were bodies still around it. What did they look like?
Like race-wise, or what they were wearing and whatnot.
Let's say, did I see anyone here that looked familiar to them? From the clothes, from their...
Not in the specific sense, but the people that did that were all definitely could be classified as bandits. So like leather armor and whatnot. So in that regard, yeah, there's nothing too specific.
But I haven't recognized any uniform like the purple hair guys or the people in this town.
Not yet.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. And I I'm not smart enough to play a fucking rogue. My brain just goes to panic mode, and I can't think of anything cool to say. But
not every rogue is born on the streets and cool and whatnot. You don't
Yeah.
have to be like, you know.
Well, I'm just like trying to think of like a way to try to tip her off about have her expose anything more about my brother, but I think that natural 20 is all I'm gonna get. So
I mean, you could have reacted
sure,
to her reaction.
Yeah. I'll keep it in mind.
Good.
And then I just kind
Elodie
of
will remember
turn and
this.
walk away.
Safe journeys, Elodie Ash.
I don't like that she knows my name now, even though I gave it to her.
What does Elodie look like when she comes back out from the room? Like
Pale?
She looks pale. She looks like she saw a ghost but is trying to desperately hide that.
in that case, I totally will ask if she's okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're so
She
caring
just
today.
liked that I know the.
Weird, isn't it?
She was impressed with the riddle.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was that hard, but I guess
I want to roll an insight on you. I want to know if if you're lying or not.
I'll roll a.
Yeah, just roll counter.
Can I roll deception?
No, what? Yeah, is it perception?
Oh, I mean, you're trying to like lie, and you're trying to see whether or not she's lying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deception inside.
So I'll do insight, and she'll do deception.
Oof.
Oh. Yeah,
There's your answer.
I'm definitely not telling you everything, but I'm
no, that's fine. He won't
I have
press
a
the
face
matter.
where I'm not gonna.
He won't press the matter further. He just knows. All right. Well, we gonna look for Mel then?
Yeah, let's do that. Not me forgetting what she literally said to me. Ask for Rose. Okay.
Her name is Rose Carver, so
Yeah.
Who carves roses?
One would say.
Well, straight from one place into the opening the door and into another.
All right.
Show me what's in the palace.
Whoop, there we go. And let me grab the little bit of text for that one. Here you are. So Smee's Palace is the largest tap house in Buckledown Row. And this large building used to be a popular spot for local musical shows and plays. And you can still see that by the way that this place was designed. There is a large stage at the back of the tavern that is still standing, and often you can find a group of bards playing songs or occasionally a play being performed. Right now, the stage is empty. The place itself is filled with elegant gold accented wood carved features, and there's a large chandelier with what seems like 100 candles hanging above. They're all lit. Each table is illuminated by a red wax candle in a golden candelabra. It's very fancy. The place probably feels like the most fancy of all the establishments here. Behind the bar, there is a server or bar lady. She seems like a very well maintained elf. She has gorgeous clothing on, and she just has almost a look of regalness to her. She smiles warmly as you all come in.
She's enchanting.
Well, thank you. So are you. Welcome to Smee's place, palace.
Place.
Yeah, that's smooth. You seen Mel today? Blackjack.
You know what? I have actually. Yes. It was earlier today. I'm not sure where he is right now.
Seems an elusive one, that.
Well, he is very busy.
So I gather. All right.
As you're talking with her, by the way,
he'll turn around and lean on the bar and looking at his companions instead.
As you do that, you hear from like below you a sudden uproar of cheering, like below the floor.
Mhm.
It's very muffled, but you can hear it clearly.
I'm guessing we just found the fighting pits. He says, like, out loud, looking down at the floor.
Oh yeah, they're below here.
Yeah.
Are you signing up?
No.
Where's our barbarian when we need him?
The Barton cries as he's left out of the street.
Right? Yeah, the Barlin is he's a ranger. I don't know.
As a player, I want to sign up, but as Nesbit, not.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck that. Yeah, sign me up. But like, no.
I want to see what that hammer can do.
I mean, are you discussing like? Are you just like throwing these quips back and forth like in the game as well?
No. Also, not for me.
No. We were talking like as a player, we want to sign up, but like as a characters, it's like, yeah, no.
Okay.
Can we watch? Maybe get an idea of
Gamble?
what we'd be getting ourselves into if we did sign up.
Yes, that is possible. We do sell admission tickets, but joining in is a lot more fun. And the thing is, we're very liberal on the rules. Anyone can join in, really. You don't have to be very like strong and proud with a sword. If you use magic, that's fine too. There's a couple of rules, of course, but everyone's allowed in the fighting pits. It makes it a little bit more fun than just like fists or swords. It's dull. Everyone's seen that, you know.
Are these pits affected by the haze?
You know what? That is a good question. I'm not sure.
It just seems if you're very lax on the rules and everything is basically allowed, it seems like people might die more often than not.
Oh no! There's no dying in the pits. I mean, it happens on occasion, but we hold a strict rule of not trying to kill each other. Very like that's kind of what you want to try.
How does one win or lose then?
Knock the other person out, beat them within an inch of their life, but don't kill them.
But
Are
how
pets
are you
allowed?
Hmm?
Are pets allowed?
You'd have to ask the ringmaster, but I think that might be a bit too much. But he might give a definitive ruling on that. Is that yours? He's marvelous.
Thank you. I think we should first look for Blackjack Man
Yeah, I agree.
before
He could
getting into
he
fights.
could be down there though. He could be in like betting on fights.
Yeah, but
or
we can't go
fighting.
down there without paying admission.
How much is admission?
Just for watching, that's 10 gold each.
Ooh, that's steep.
Good
It is not
God.
steep if you see what kind of equality we give over there. I mean, it's not the Queen's personal pits, but at least this is the entertainment
there
of a
are
lifetime.
other fighting pits too? How many
Oh,
fighting
yes.
pits are in this?
Well, we
fucking
have the one
place?
down. We have the one down here, and then we have the one for the Queen near the Under Tavern. That is for the champions only, of course.
Okay.
After she mentioned the price, Fritz just walked out.
Fitz is like, I'm not paying 10 gold for any kind of show. All right, well, we'll think about it, I guess.
Sure. No drinks then, I imagine. You must be looking for blackjack.
We're on a bit of a schedule.
That's fine. I'll see you around then. Enjoy your stay.
He'll look up from underneath his hood and do that kind of wicked smile and certainly.
She gives you the warmest smile back, even though she can clearly see you.
Oh yeah, I like elves.
She turns to the other elf that is sitting in the corner of the bar and starts serving him a drink.
Son of a bitch, I gotta beat him.
All right.
I'd like to Atali would actually like to like pause somebody on the street with wearing that snake necklace and ask what the symbolizes. What's a now he's seen it on quite a few different
Sure.
people.
Let me get you one. There you are. So how do you do that? Like these people, like they look creepy.
First of all, he looks for somebody that doesn't look like he's in a hurry to get somewhere, and
Okay.
then he'll like walk in front and like extend a hand, like hold up for a moment, please. He'll raise his head a little bit, just revealing his eyes, but not his features yet, and ask about the what's the symbolism of the necklace.
What's it to you? And why are you stopping me? Next time you raise a hand to me, I'll cut it off.
he'll he'll smile a little bit, and then pull back the hood just a couple of inches to reveal the scales and everything. It's like, let's say it rings familiar.
Oh, dang. What happened to you, buddy? Is that a mutation?
Wish.
Oh.
I'm curious to your necklace, though, sir.
Why don't you go to Sneaky McGee's over there? Ask for Veronica. She might be able to tell you.
Veronica.
Mm.
He'll nod and like hide his features again and guide like do that. You're free to walk kind of thing. And thank him for the information.
He'll walk past.
I'll be right back.
In game.
Yeah, no, yeah.
The corner of my eye was like, where are you going?
no, he'll say that. No.
So going along?
Oh, not that one, apparently.
The door is locked, and as you reach for the locked door, the bugbear looks at you and says, password.
Was told to ask for Veronica.
You?
He'll pull the hood back and reveal his features to the bugbear. Yes, me.
He'll open the door for you. As you walk inside, you see that there are multiple people here. Behind the bar is a sweet-looking dwarven lady. And around the bar are a couple of people, each wearing this silver snake pendant around their neck. All the way at the corner of the bar, there is a lady completely dressed in black leathers with a leather cowl over her head.
Is there any necklaces lying around the place? Like discarded or dropped?
They
or
would
anything?
never discard that, no.
Okay, cool. In that case, having donned, like, as the door opened and he walked in, he'll have hidden his entire features again and slowly walk up to the bar. And then for the barkeeper, he'll Veronica.
Hmm?
I'm here to ask for Veronica.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Don't you want a drink?
Is it on the house?
We're just
What do you
not
think?
going to pay for anything.
Well, I'm thinking no, but considering you offered it, I might be inclined anyway.
She leans a little bit on the bar, like, just like that. And she looks you straight in the eye and says, have you lost your way, honey? Are you lost?
And he'll do his.
And as she says that, the bar just falls silent around you.
He'll do his general party trick and pull the entire hood down to reveal his entire facial features. Like, no, I'm not.
There's a bit of murmuring around you. The bar lady's unfazed.
But I will pay for a drink.
Good. What do you have?
What's the best you got?
I got a bottle of wine from Illyria. That's your poison.
Age?
Never ask a lady her age.
No, the wine.
Oh, 5 years old.
Yeah, okay. That seemed like a good vintage. He'll just,
Good.
like...
That's 7 gold.
He'll slide it across.
7 gold, right?
Yep.
Okay. She'll look at the 7 gold on the bar and look at you and say, tip?
He'll hesitate a little bit and then smiles, like, I thought you said I offended you asking for your age. But then again, you don't look a day over 80. She's a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
There. He'll make it an even 10. But with the same joke still.
She'll take the gold and slide the wine bottle towards you. Here you go.
Then a glass.
Slide the glass towards you.
So, Veronica.
What a thank you. I'd like to hear.
What? Hold
thank
up.
you,
Before
Rita.
that, do I know what the general price of this wine actually is?
A 5-year-old Illyrian wine, probably around this price.
Okay. And you said Rita?
No, thank you, Rita.
He'll chuckle a bit as he starts pouring. Thank you very much, Rita.
As she stands up, you notice that she is like unclenching something from beneath the bar and puts both of her hands on the bar again. That's better. Enjoy your drink. And she just goes back to tending the bar. She does not answer your question.
Everyone's on edge. I feel so at home. If I wasn't having a good day. He'll look towards the woman in black. At the end of the bar.
She does not look at you.
No, I figured as much. As he takes a sip and then turns around at the bar and leans against it with his back and speaking out like away from her, but he's probably discerned that it's probably her or somebody else in the vicinity. But he speaks out to the general area instead and goes, well, I suppose that's as welcoming as everything would be from an outsider, of course. But if anybody named Veronica would like to share a bottle of wine, I'll be here for the next few moments. And then he walks into the corner.
She looks at the guy next to her and she says, Steve, kill him. And the guy stands up and very slowly walks towards you.
As he gets before he gets within 5 feet, he'll start conjuring up a chaos bolt in his hand. And just hold
He'll reach for a dagger.
You want to rethink that?
I'm not scared of your magic, boy.
I'm not scared of your dagger either. I merely came here because I wanted information on the amazing necklace that I've seen on several of your party members or clan members or whatever.
Do a lot of talking. I don't like
talking.
talking. You leave without your tongue.
He'll hiss at him a little bit with a forked tongue.
And with that, you're going to roll for initiative. But we're going to do that next week.
We'll do it next week. Okay. I'm so glad you told everyone not to come. And I'm so glad that I didn't sneak up behind you.
Fun.
It's going to be fun. Great bit of exposition again.
Cool.
With you guys' permission, I will put Nabarlan with the group, which was roughly over here, so that next week he can basically join in, so he's not at the edge of the street, because that would be kind of sad.
Yes.
Yeah,
this would have been a completely different thing if Navarlan had been here. He does all the talking. He does all the introducing of people. So Maybe we would have got to this point quicker if he was here to like
Who knows?
challenging to a duel for death kind of situation. Who knows?
He's still that guy still needs to back off like 5 feet.
Why?
Well, I mean, unless he kept on walking still.
Oh yeah, like no, he's
Okay.
like he got an order to kill you, so he's on you.
Fair enough. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Then next week we're going to start with a bit of a fight to see how you're going to get out of this. Do note, next week we will be able to play. But the week after, but I'll remind you next week again as well. The week after, both Guardian Angels and me won't be there because we'll be at TwitchCon.
I won't be there next week.
The coming week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in Canada. So
Canada, that's cool.
Nice.
Visiting like family or whatever, or just a holiday?
Just a holiday. A friend of mine made a spontaneous suggestion because he needs to go there for work.
That's cool.
That's
what,
awesome.
like whereabouts in Canada, by the way? Like in the area of Quebec or
Toronto.
Toronto? Oh, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, be sure to send some pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
I would love to see other people's vacation.
Okay.
Alrighty. For the rest of you, then I'll see you guys next week. You enjoy your vacation, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Then, yeah.
No, 3.
No, 3 for Chris. For
he won't be here
Because
next
Twitch
week. We are
can-
not here in 2 weeks, and then we have the
Yeah,
third
that's
week.
that's true. So in 3 weeks. Dang. Don't
See
forget
you in a
about
month. We'll see you in a month, bitch.
it. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia. Toodles. All right, Chad. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. And this episode will be uploaded as swiftly as possible to YouTube. Thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate you all. And I'll see you on Twitch next time.